he is tucked behind that half wall. As of yet, hasn't been cleared.
Molly's locking him in. Hazard wants to swing on the contact. Can he get anything done? The answer's no for the moment, and he might not be able to get back to site either. Big entries for Twisted Minds, and they'll navigate the anti-force very well.
Yep.
Addict on the wrong side of the map here. We'll see if he can get any more damage done.
Yeah, well, look, that's fair enough. I mean, you wouldn't be expecting Vertex to be getting too much done in that round if Twisted Minds is playing it out correctly, and they did. Cleared out those pistoling players in Banana without too much difficulty. And Addict will be lucky to get away with much here. Looked like he had the right idea, but just wasn't even really expecting Black Eagle there, even though he checked the corner.
Yeah.
मजा आएंगे मेजर के प्लेऑफ्स वगैरह ये सब करेंगे ना स्ट्रीम होपफुली थोड़ा क्राउड भी आएगा अभी तो है नहीं कुछ भी है नहीं तो इसका ये मतलब नहीं है कि आएगा अभी नहीं
10 rounds not a bad showing considering how strong they are at the moment. But look, into the third, Vertex on the USPs. I don't think it's going to get any easier.
No, this should be a bit of a throwaway round from Vertex. They've set up the shooting gallery in mid. Not really going to be getting too much luck just yet, but maybe if Spawns pops his head up, there's going to be something on offer.
कैसे मर जाता है USP से?
He's playing a silly game, loses it, and they will find one in the round. But Twisted Minds, a strong start to Inferno. Have a look at the stats. So far, Twisted Minds, in the 3 reps that they've got on this one, they have the majority of their rounds on the T side. Whereas on the other side of the coin, Vertex looking like a stronger CT side of the team on this map. So something to note, this first half should be more interesting, and the second half could get a little bit sloppy.
Well, we'll look forward to that. PZ's got himself the AWP straight away in the first gun round for Vertex. Good set of util across the board for the rest of the lads as well. And a bit of Banana control attempted. You do have that mid-Nana smoke out from Vertex, which really does make it pretty difficult for Twisted Minds to get any early Nana control. The volley behind it stops them from pushing through. But in this case, you do still have Loba trying to work that angle for a little bit before rerouting back to brackets.
तगड़ा सेटअप है वर्टेक्स का स्मोक्स वगैरह कुछ करेंगे क्या नहीं कर रहे ना रोज आएंगे बिना स्मोक वगैरह करे बस फ्लैश से जाएंगे क्या है ना स्मोक करना था उधर के लिए
PZ under a lot of pressure. He gets the leg shot onto Doc, but no killing blow just yet, and Kingfisher able to strike onto Loba, sort of lurking his way through T-spawn. Either way, round over. Vertex confidently hold the A bomb site.
Confidently क्या मतलब कुछ है ही नहीं utility usage. एक फ्लैश कर दिया. अरे वो भी कोई फ्लैश होता है क्या? दूसरा फ्लैश भी करना था ना. सारे बंदे क्यों आ रहे हो? एक होता है ना यार मिड साइट वाला बंदे को कैसे फ्लैश करेंगे? वो वाला भी थोड़ा इनको सोचना था. इनको फ्लैश फेंकना था साइट की तरफ भी वो भी नहीं करा. स्मोक भी नहीं है कुछ. दो तरफ से एक्सपोज थे. मतलब इनको कुछ तो करना चाहिए या तो पिट को डॉज करना चाहिए स्मोक करके या फिर वॉली तो किया था पर
Kingfisher has had to go down to the MP9. So we expect him to sort of continue to try to play these close range angles around Banana. Oh, and the nade has struck
mostly उसी तरह खेलता है ना बेल की तरह. इतना सोचते नहीं है बस. Aim dependent.
It's a good start for Vertex, and it does relieve some of the pressure on B. As he can just now post up on this angle, and I mean Kingfisher can do whatever he wants. He's still got the util there to help out if necessary.
Flash across the top, and Hazard not really affected by it, but Black Eagle clearing out the close dig line. Arch smoke comes through. Molly.
अभी मत पीक लेना ब्लैक ईगल. मॉली पड़ा है.
Slowed it down for the moment. They're very interested in the A side still.
मॉली खत्म हुआ. अभी पीक लो.
Yeah, Hazard and Brace have a crossfire established, but Brace is stuck behind a smoke, so Hazard has to get it done himself. And to be honest, it's not really much of a challenge by the looks of things. He gets those two way too easily, which leaves KD and Spawns to try to do anything in this round. And I gotta say, I think Vertex is just looking completely unruffled at the moment on the CT side, which is pretty bad news if you're Twisted Minds.
Let's see if Brace on the offline is going to be able to get anything done. KD, the space between him and Spawns is not great for a trade, and Brace makes it happen for 2.
This is dangerous signs, I think, for Twisted Minds, Mac. Everyone across the board looking pretty good right now on that CT side. Couple of rounds in a row where we had 2 members alive for Vertex in the first gun round, and now that was 5 guns alive. So money's starting to get there for Vertex too. It's all coming together right now on the CT side. Twisted Minds though will throw something into the mix in this round.
Everyone finding some level of impact. Again, early 3-man B setup starting to come through. Has going to lead to util and throw those flashes to try and gain some control, but PZ going to be able to slide that one over straight through mid, but the Pistols chasing him down.
He's got a bit of assistance here in the form of Hazza, who nearly loses his head. Homer's been pretty nasty with that P250. This time, though, can't quite double down. And Brace with a long spray. In the end, actually, Doc's getting a lot of work right here. Done, Brace! That would have been scary had he lost that duel, because Kingfisher was in mid, Bomb was right next to him. He could have gone anywhere. In the end, though, Vertex get through the round, but it does cost them a little bit. So, just being made to work in that round, Vertex.
Yeah, a dicey one. Even Loba's Molly, it was there for bloody ages, and Addict must have put a foot wrong into it. Burnt to a crisp, but we're all caught up at 3. Moving into the 7th, Twisted Minds still on a half-5, forcing up again. You know, Loba's been loving that Mac 10, Black Eagle. Let's see what he can do with it, and Katie's got himself a Tech 9. But the util is going to be the key piece for them. We'll see if they can work on any map control. Vertex, less numbers towards B early, just gifting them some extra util there.
Much more early banana control from Twisted Minds in this round. And Kingfisher's been left high and dry. Can't even grab himself one. Brace! Oh, the spray control on the second player was nice. And he really does just enough to kind of keep that round in check for Vertex. If he goes down there, big problems.
Twisted Minds, so confident to just go cross spawn, not expecting Hazard to be here, and he's missed that timing by about half a second. And now that's going to be Vertex, a man down as well. Things getting quite awkward, but Twisted Minds very happy with the position there, and this time is ticking away, but Vertex very worried about their own economy, even though they managed to upgrade into this round. You're looking at Addict on $50, you're looking at Hazard on 200. There is absolutely no shot they're buying into the next, so these 2 weapons surviving is crucial.
Yep, indeed. Looks like they should be able to survive pretty comfortably, though. Maybe even get a kill or 2 on the way out. I think it'll be Addict that's going to have to take that job. Do you necessarily want to see him taking that fight? Well, hindsight Harry's will say no. But the orb survives. Still have enough Mac to buy.
And the thing we need to mention as well is Doc is off to the races this time. You know, a bit of a slow start on the other 2 maps, but Inferno seems to be his playground. He was the key player for Twisted Minds when they managed to get a lot of rounds against the Mongols the other day, and he's already 11-3, and we're only bloody 7 rounds in.
Yeah, definitely having a good time. It's nice to see someone else on Twisted Minds having an impact. By and large, so far, it's been pretty much Spawns leading from the front.
Yeah.
Conversation to be had now. This is Spawns. So he's got a lot to say. But I dare say Twisted Minds aren't feeling too bad about how things are going so far.
Just keeping it all together. No super standouts just yet other than Doc. From the Vertex side, heavy lifting race a little bit further ahead with the 8-5 scoreline. Of course, I don't think there's 20 kills yet in the game, so don't worry about that one. Twisted Minds 1-round lead, and they are going to attempt to go for some apps control again, it looks like.
Util tossing on banana again. That was the one big issue that Vertex had in the last round, was that Twisted Minds were able to get up banana so quickly. Kind of caught Kingfisher off guard. He was stuck behind sandbags. This time it's been a bit of a slower progression, and Loba, he tries to get aggressive through that molly. PZ will punish him for it, but still a decent amount of damage to the AWPer of Vertex.
Smoke karo, offense ko, city ko, burai.
Ye kya? Here from Coils.
3 smoke hai, karenge kya par ye?
Twisted Minds, a couple of flashes to make their way in, blocked by the smoke on the choke right now, but PZ playing that gap nicely. Swings in, missed opportunity, a bit slow on the trigger, and Kingfisher with that 5-7 has not drawn any attention. He's just going to stay silent here at CT.
It looks like to say they might have to play for the retake here, but PZ going down is a little unfortunate.
क्योंकि
Kingfisher
स्मोक करते हैं ना जैसे ही तो
swing in there and grab the
एनिमी टीम
orb.
क्या होती है वो भी स्मोक वगैरह प्रिपेयर करने में लगी रहती है और जैसे प्रिपेयर करके अगर करने
He
लगेगी
actually
ना
has managed to get
तो
a
वहाँ पे
smoke bang
उसको
onto Black
अपन
Eagle, which is going to
पकड़
help a lot.
सकते हैं, like we can catch
They're
them.
thinking about it. They're smoking off banana. That's going to isolate spawns
कुछ
on
है
that
क्या
side, so it might
utility?
just be this
कुछ नहीं
3-on-2
है, flash वगैरह
with the
कुछ
flood
नहीं है.
brace as
इनके
well.
पास है
He's got a whole
molly,
bunch of
smoke.
util to send him out of con.
Yep.
And in it comes, but that time it's
Equal
ticking.
molly
And
है ना?
KD, Doc, this crossfire is huge.
Kingfisher going to be critical. Is going to drop that defuse kit right on the site next to the bomb. That'll be a factor for Vertex. They find a couple of those kills. Addict is on it and off it. The defuse, do they have time? Brace, think so, not quite, maybe.
No kit.
The kit was right
It was
there.
on the ground. They've missed it. And Twisted Minds managed to grab another from the grave.
Well done from Spawns. Great spray. He knew exactly where the bomb was. Through the smoke, captures
Literally
Addict.
threaded it through two players onto the diffuser as well.
Yep. It's a big kill to get.
Ooh, very happy about it as well. They weren't that vocal on Overpass, but it looks like things are turning back. The confidence is heightening for the Twisted Minds members. Now, moving into the 9th, Vertex just back to these USPs again. And they are just going to be around in the mid, so we're going to get the round over and done with ASAP.
Yeah, I like that. I'm a big fan of that, to be honest. I don't want to watch a round like that anyway. Get me the gun rounds. Thanks very much.
Sweet. Well, we're going into one, hopefully. Round loss bonus a little bit higher now. Full save from the previous. And util looking pretty good. Addict suffering in the firepower department to get the extra util online. PZ, on the other hand, just going up. Half armor, no util. We'll see if that one comes back to bite them. And a 3-2 split. Again, Vertex, high prio on this banana control. Twisted Minds have been doing a very good job at taking it.
Yeah, early car molly from Twisted Minds. PZ not interested in banana this time, so he's changed his position up with that AWP. Having a look into mid. Oh, there was a real chance there if he was posted on the stairs line.
Yeah. Slow creep through Carps now. An Addict, when he was tested before, it worked out, but at that point, he had the M4, the Famous. Might be a different ball game. Still has a smoke on the belt, ready for a molly to flush him out of broken wall.
Smoke arch.
And this crossfire still established over towards bracket. Spawn starting to rotate back now. And it's only a matter of moments. Twisted Minds might be doing this at the minute mark.
Addict only has the Famous, which is not the ideal weapon. Loba finds that timing onto PZ. Hazard and Addict both drop. And that round is as clean as a whistle for Twisted Minds. That's exactly how you'd like every app top to go.
They had only one, no?
7 on the board for Twisted Minds, and Vertex now have to start getting a little bit worried.
I don't know if I've got a goldfish memory, but I don't think they used many flashes to get out of apps there. I'm pretty sure they just went dry instead. And that was Addict playing anti, so waiting for those flashes. Couldn't have the impact. The MAC-10 in the hands of Loba, just cracking open the site, and there was not a lot that they could do. So, movement speed god, free upgrade for Loba, and they're just looking to hunt as well, knowing that the economy for Vertex is not in a stable way right now. Yeah, flushed in at Banana, and they're going to be peeled.
A little bit too easy for Twisted Minds, that one was, wasn't it? Vertex will be kicking themselves, but this has put Twisted Minds in a position where they are now controlling this game. Absolutely. 3 rounds on CT side is not enough from Vertex. They looked decent at the start of the half. But ever since then, it's pretty much been Twisted Minds making a run of it.
KD, insanely vocal, isn't he? It's good to have one of those on your team. Every team usually has them. Feels like Vertex themselves, though, have been slightly quiet today. But we'll see what they do now. Much more passive approach without this extra util. Looking like they are just going to use these smokes to block if they need to. Twisted Minds again, just going to be finding a bit of banana control, smoke on the choke. That might not stop him.
Yeah, Loba's keen for some entries, isn't he? You can see him just hunting into sandbags, but won't find much. It's a nicely timed smoke. Brace over the top will get spotted out. Nothing really doing.
He's saying like 2 up there.
Loba.
He's just spraying those common lines, hoping he can
and one
land a
is
stray
lockers.
headshot. Banana controls there. Attempt at taking this bracket control looked pretty good for Twisted Minds, but with that pick, looks like they might be happy as well, realizing Hazard was was getting aggressive in apartments. That's going to be one of the B-site members gone. Crossfire still able to be played here with PZ boosted up, but it's just the 5.7 in USP. And this M4 has a whole lot more bullets, but the USP is going to do it.
PZ not too shabby there from him. Brace not able to get anything done though on the site. Does mean that Twisted Minds are straight in. And the pine will go down. Nothing really to lose here for Vertex, so they might stick around, look for a gun or two. That's a good nade from Addict. Slam dunk right on top of Doc.
Duck's under those bullets as well, so doing a decent amount of work, all things considered. And PZ still tucked away in con. Looks like both players should be happy to fall, happy to fight here. And KD will finally finish off what Doc started. 8-3. Twisted Minds now with the majority for the half, and a very solid T side here on Inferno.
Yeah, this is really ballooned out, hasn't it?
Oh yeah. It's looking dangerous. You can see that
this
there's a bit of
this
pressure
round
being
and
felt by the Vertex members on those player
Twisted
cams.
Mind win easy.
Yeah,
If this round they got easy win.
I mean, their backs were against the wall on overpass as well, but it was a bit of a different vibe because they were winning. They were feeling confident.
One kit.
Now there's that little element of doubt starting to creep into your mind for Vertex. Timeout comes through.
Actually,
buy will come through as
PZ
well.
can drop some nades.
They have to turn the half around now. Can't really be letting it slip too much further. Double digits would be disastrous. Don't know if Vertex will have enough to bring it back on T side if that ends up being the case. Certainly not without Malta, who is really quite pivotal actually on this map. If you look at the way that Vertex play it, Malta always lurking around in apps and
only one kid in the play.
Also, generally pretty solid on the CT side as well.
That is on the focus actually.
Molly
utility, they have everything.
We chatted about that before. Kingfisher probably staying very vocal in this game too. Either way, freeze time's done, and we are going to see Vertex go for the 3-2 split. A site, the strong site this time.
And if we die here, it's very bad.
Expecting a peek from
the kit will be unretrievable.
There's flames bloody everywhere here at Banana right now.
Yeah, Brace's pushing with past one of them. Spawns, waiting for it to flash. Was not so great. I think that one came from Doc. So Brace gets away with a little bit of luck there, honestly. Spawns look like he has his number every day of the week.
Forward.
Very fortunate to be alive here on 15.
Yeah, exactly. Can he get back out? That's my question. Smoke hasn't faded just yet. He crosses the road.
He's got another one to refresh as well, just holding a whole bunch of banana control. Twisted Minds, they want it back. They're still hanging around at the bottom of mid here. And they're not doing too much other than that util.
His taps there almost kill Brace.
Yeah. Premium precision, Jordan. And now we're going to see Brace boosted up. He is low. He's only got that one flash as well to play with. Kingfisher trying to dump util. Molly goes down just in the nick of time. But are they expecting the boost up here?
Yeah, really good util timing from Kingfisher. Brace gets one. And that's going to be not too shabby, all things considered. Numbers advantage is still there for Vertex. Kingfisher, he'll spam through and look for anything extra, but won't get it. Still, it will have to be the retake from Vertex, 4 on 3. They've got the util to do it.
Doc making a lot of noise, jumping towards the back of the side.
A little weird position.
Vertex have the read again. There's plenty of util.
They could have retrieved it when there was a
throw him
smoke.
across the top, but Doc sliding that shot straight onto PZ. Even the odds, 3 apiece, and now playing around the pillar perfectly. Might be all on him at Black Eagle, poking his head through, and now we're down to the 1-on-1 Addict. Little bit of util here, drops that smoke on the bomb, knows exactly the position of Black Eagle. But that time, it's a factor. No one's tagged him up just yet, and things get even more awkward because the smoke's not covering the bomb properly. Twisted Minds off to a 9th on the board. And Vertex, maybe the first team getting sent home.
It certainly seems that way. That's a very, very nice round to win for Twisted Minds and a bit of a painful one for Vertex. They looked pretty well set up, but PZ, I think, just caught swapping weapons in the CT spawn as Doc makes that peak. So, Twisted Minds.
I think he was just moving.
On fire.
Trying to close that space.
They win. Easy.
But into the 13th, Vertex, half buy.
Very hard
all they're bringing in. A little bit of armor. Round loss bonus maxed out, so they can afford to do this. But they can't afford to lose too many more rounds here on the CT side.
No, certainly not. It's starting to become a bit of a problem, isn't it? I did say the double digits was going to be a danger number for Vertex, and it seems like Twisted Minds are almost guaranteed to get there.
Vertigo.
Against the pistols in this round. Things can still go wrong. Brace still has a little bit of util. Adict's got a smoke there as well.
Anubis,
so
Mirage,
if Vertex can get a little bit lucky with their util timing,
map picks Anubis,
force Twisted Minds
which
to
is
go
mostly
through a
banned by
smoke
the teams. If not, they will
Just
pick
put them
it
off
right
kilter a
away.
little bit.
It feels like so far
Mirage
Twisted
is
Minds
their
have been putting a high
favorite
priority
map,
on
I
the B
think.
site, knowing when
Every
they're up
team is
against
manning Mirage as
the
of now.
anti-eco. And we're not going to see that
See
this
Mirage
time. Vertex
yet.
making a read with a bracket
Inferno.
push back in
They
there.
will pick Inferno for sure if
Little bit of
somebody
info, but he will shoot
and
back.
Mirage.
KD, Bogdan's Law in full effect, picking up the AWP now.
You can die with a grenade.
4 Vertex
KD.
players on this side of the map. It's about as good as you could ask for. Close range angles being played. 5-7 Deagle here for PZ and Kingfisher respectively. Hazard's usually good for one with the Deagle as well, especially if this will be a slow creep from Twisted Minds. Look at this. Doesn't quite land the shot.
The full total though.
But
4 players all here, crossfires established, and they still need to get into sight. There's 3 members there adding, drawing attention. It's all going to come down to the timing of the swings. Both site members trying to play a high-low setup will be able to get more damage done. Loba has to save it with the wrap from Arch, and he might have just done it.
Brace though, 10 seconds left for the bomb plant. Loba's going to have to plant that bomb. And Brace, he's in a position to deny that bomb plant. Creeps his way forward, gets the job done. Vertex will get through by the skin of their teeth. Twisted Minds. That was not ideal.
अगर एक बार चेक कर लेता लोग आज ज़्यादा
But
but
it's a saving grace for Vertex. Brace also snagging the AWP on that defuse at the end of the round, so PZ is going to have that in hand to play with. And of course, winning on the pistols means that you have a relatively solid buy. Arguably, though, Brace was the only one alive, so things get really difficult for the end of the half. If Vertex drop this round, that is just the worst case scenario for them. Twisted Minds looking for 10 now.
I mean, it's only going to end up being 6 best case scenario for Vertex, so they've still got a lot of work to do in the second half regardless. And Brace just gets deleted by spawns. Kingfisher good for the trade. He's stuck now in sandbags. That's not good news. Loba on the hunt. Says goodbye to Kingfisher.
He just couldn't hear a thing. Just doesn't react. It's not the first time that's happened for Kingfisher. And Loba's had a bloody nub. Look at him. Just big man up front, taking names and taking that B site all on his own.
Yeah, I mean, it's a different story, isn't it? If Kingfisher goes back into the B bomb site as opposed to forwards into sandbags. But just sticks around a little bit too long and Vertex completely lose control of the bomb site. Loba makes the big play for Twisted Minds, gets them to 10. And Vertex, even though they eke their way through one round, it's definitely not enough to get anyone excited.
He's so happy to be the point man. There's been multiple times, especially when he's got a Mac 10 in hand, that he's happy just to go in first. Like, no fear. The right style of gameplay to be playing here at the Asia RMR. That's how you're going to make it through the lower bracket. He has avoided all the Twisted Minds members this time, so at least 2 guns going across to the next, and a couple of SMGs, I'd say.
Yeah, they've got money. They've got enough money to get something together.
They need that util though.
That's true. I mean, look, I reckon you put Kingfisher on an MP9, PZ can get the AWP, still get a bit of util.
दूसरी टीम होती ना hunt करती पक्के से.
So it ends up, you know, it ends up not looking too bad. 3 players with a decent amount of util. Everyone's got an okay gun.
The only kit is on Kingfisher. Keep that in the back of your mind in case we see Vertex attempt the retake. They're going to have to. Last round of the half.
Hang on, they're going to try and get aggressive here, and Kingfisher's going with them straight into second mid. Trades come through from Kingfisher and Hazard. It's a decent start to the round, a very good start to the round, in fact, for Vertex. Yeah, they changed it up. They catch Twisted Minds for pace a little bit, but they still need to close this out. Doc has been scary.
पुश नहीं करना चाहिए या फिर पुश कर रहा है तो पीछे रहना चाहिए.
Wasn't allowed to leave,
Kit
and
पड़ा
that's
का है ये
down
देखो
at
एक
second
बार.
mid. So no kit now for Vertex, but they still have control of the B site, of the A site. But they've given up a whole lot now. And Spawn is slowly creeping his way through Carps. I think he heard that fadeaway back to site. Hazard drops that smoke to try and block, and he's looked away at the wrong moment. Flicks back. Spawn's though too sharp. Addict's close enough to trade. And now it's down to Doc, who's been carrying 22 kills this half. He's looking to make it 24.
Yeah, I think he can do it. I really do. He's looking super solid at the moment. PZ and Addict have been a little bit slow on this map as well. He's got the time to work with as well. AWP in hand. Opting to go for the Tech 9 instead. Addict will have heard that. And so he's going to start to creep his way up through into Dig. Have a look into the site. Maybe waiting for PZ first. And this all comes down to timing. How patient can Doc be? How patient can PZ be? And eventually, Doc is going to have to break first because He's on the T side, and that makes it a little bit too easy for PZ. Anticlimax at the end of the half. Vertex do get their 5th, but it is well and truly Twisted Minds in control right now.
Let's go for a rival, I guess.
So we got one from Europe. So now I'm beating the game, and I think we're going to North America. So I am going to say Elish. Okay, never mind.
Let's type bit. He's AK-47.
Older than 25.
He's not from Ukraine.
So there's a big chance he's a guy from Brazil. So I'm actually gonna say Cold Zero. But is Cold Zero old enough?
I'll go for shocks. Rain. I will write Rain.
He's older than 27.
The mystery player is older. Let's go, get right. He played more than 14 majors. Insane, who is this guy?
Actually, a European guy maybe. And he's very old. Maybe it's myself. Damn, I'm getting old.
Nationality is correct, weapon is correct, and he's older. Liquid is not from Liquid. Older, twist not twist. Major appearance is low. Eco. Team None, age 33, my god. अभी कोई कौन नहीं खेल रहा है ये बहुत मुश्किल होता है जो टीम नन वाले होते हैं ना बड़े मुश्किल होते हैं यार ये स्काडूडल पॉप है श्राउड आई डोंट नो द श्राउड एज श्राउड की क्या एज है श्राउड एज 28 और कौन था यार इनकी टीम में स्काडूडल तो नहीं होगा ये मेरे ख्याल से वो प्लेयर होंगे समिट 1G 35 and we are like 33 just one retired NA players CS that place Wikipedia the fuck is this who is older Pasha is not from NA Scream is not from NA they're from North America na
Vertex with their backs against the wall as we head into the second half. They've got one half left to play potentially at this event, Mac. They could be the first time team eliminated from the Asia RMR. 5 rounds only.
Yeah.
On the CT side of Inferno is not amazing. Pistol round would go a long way for Vertex. Twisted Minds are definitely looking in the pole position to survive in the lower bracket.
Let's see what they can cook up here on the pistol. 1-4 split. Heavy dig presence.
Mid है नहीं, second mid नहीं है.
Vertex looking like they are going to slowly but surely just wait and peak at the bottom of mid together. But that's the info that Twisted Minds were expecting. Doc just making sure they're still coming in this direction and the stack's on the right side of the map.
Yeah, this is scary for Vertex. If those shots connect from Twisted Minds, it's going to be round over. Loba in the cutout, already able to take the head off of one. And it is an absolute slaughter. Vertex have walked into the blender.
Yeah.
They don't get a single kill, barely a point of damage, and that is not at all the way you want to be starting the second half if you are Vertex.
The meat has been minced, and it's a great way to start if you are a fan of Twisted Minds, but the Aussies probably all sighing back home right now.
Yeah.
Things going from bad to worst.
Not a good round at all for
Derek,
Vertex.
what is the edge of Derek?
Buy into it. Tech9's across the board for Vertex.
26.
Haven't got really that many chances on this T side, so what they do have, they're going to have to get right. Looks like it's going to be a Nana play. Flash is coming over the top.
Nothing. It would be nothing,
Nana's
bro.
Cryo, and The SMGs look like they might reign supreme here. Tech9s could get it happening, but Hazard going to be isolated. That smoke at half wall just not good enough. And Vertex a little bit to miss space. And we're going to see him collapse upon here. The Banana's about to be squished again.
It is indeed. There's a smoke at the bottom of Banana, but it does fade. Black Eagle going to start to get that info. Headshot in there from Kingfisher. Does send Black Eagle packing, so at the very least, Vertex have a little bit of room to breathe in Banana now.
Black Eagle doesn't want to drop the ball, so uses that molly to escape back towards the top of mid. Doc has the range with the FAMAS in hand, and is just periodically deciding to peek down mid, but falls back to strengthen the A site instead. Double pit setup, relatively strong, and with the time remaining, Vertex, there is a world where they could go for a wrap, but we'll see what they decide to do here at Bracket.
Well, they're working their way quite slowly through it, aren't they, Max? So starting to run that clock down. Real wolf pack from Vertex right now.
They're doing it.
Yeah,
Speedway.
I mean,
right
with
decision,
that
I'd say.
Well, yeah, but Loba is keeping an eye on it.
It doesn't make sense
Granted,
to rap
he is
like with all
quite low on HP.
Are
with all
you sure
players.
about
One
that?
should
Looks like he's just gone to coffins, mate.
He was, but he's given up on the line, I'll give you that.
20 seconds.
Here we go again, Loba. Oh, did he spot them? Certainly the shots come through now, and Vertex are going to have to accelerate. KD is going to shut the door on them, and Addict, he falls as well. Too easy for KD, gets all three. It's a lot of build-up for not a lot of excitement for Vertex there.
they were बड़े दिक्कत भी नहीं हुई ना क्योंकि दिक्कत क्या होती है कि अगर एक प्लेयर हाइड हो जाए ना साइड पे तो दे हमेशा उनको बनाना की चिंता होती है कि बनाना है कोई तो इसलिए रैप नहीं करना चाहिए सारे प्लेयर को एक साथ में एक प्लेयर को बनाना छोड़ के फिर रैप करना चाहिए इनको ताकि दे उनको पता हो किधर है उधर और थोड़ा डिस्ट्रैक्शन हो तो उधर से भी पुश कर सके.
Yes. Twisted Minds, just pure dominance so far in Inferno, and they're looking to keep on pushing that point forward. Loba, a man of confidence, a man of muscle, and he's just muscling straight down Banana.
Haven't really seen much in the ways of any comebacks at this event so far.
I tried Hiko.
So, not liking Vertex's chances.
Only real fake comebacks, right?
Yeah, fake comebacks, definitely.
There are a lot, no.
He's getting kills on the Hazard, who was not ready for the aggression. Great utility usage from Twisted Minds just to mop up the pistols. And Kingfisher could be in trouble trying to hold the bomb on his own, only with that Glock in hand. Easy as you like it. Twisted Minds, a perfect anti-eco.
That's exactly what you want to be seeing. Now the big job starts for Vertex.
Yeah.
No more excuses. You lost the pistol, sure, that's fine. Lose the anti-ecos. Expected,
29.
But it's a gun round, and you're going to have to win a lot of them. So there are no more second chances for Vertex. 13 rounds on the board already for Twisted Minds. It's only going to take a little dribble to get it over the line. And for Vertex, they must win this first gun round.
Second mid-aggression starting to come through. Flash is going both ways, though, and the T seem to be aware of what's happening. AKs win at that range.
Under pressure, but Kingfisher's there to bail him out of a bit of trouble and ducks his way back down into tunnel, so he'll be okay as well. This has gone to plan for Vertex. Almost set up like they were waiting for that.
Lobart just finding them across the top. Insane angle there with the smoke to play around, and he's brought Twisted Minds back into the round.
Absolutely. Embraces on 24 HP. Kingfisher, 94, is going to have to be the one to do the lion's share of this clutch, but Kingfisher's the sub, he's the coach, guys. Loba and Doc, the two top fraggers on the side of Twisted Minds right now. You would be not remiss to say that Twisted Minds might have a pretty damn good crack at this one. Loba seems to be hitting everything on this map as well, so Vertex, they need to pick the pace up. Doc's already on the fast flank. They haven't even got the bomb plant down. This is dangerous now. And they have completely disregarded Banana. It is starting to come apart right now. Kingfisher hasn't landed the shots, hasn't gone down either. Nade over the top isn't quite going to catch him. He'll be able to plant. There's a smoke and a molly, locking Twisted Minds out from the site. So at the very least, Vertex can play the post plant.
Flash across the top. There's a world where this works, and Brace snags away Doc. So big carry down, and the nade takes down the big man as well. Loba out and Vertex in for the half now.
What an anti-climax, man. I just want to see a tight, close finish in that round, and then it's like, I'd nade from downtown. All this build-up, everyone's getting excited. But no, Vertex get through it.
I need to say, last map, you were pretty low energy, but you've got some food in you now. And I could tell the carbs are coming out to play.
Getting a bit hungry, wasn't I?
Hungry for action. Vertex, let's see if they can stack another on here and string a second round together. Twisted Minds have a little bit of room for error with the round lead they have at the moment, but banana control is in the hands of Twisted Minds right now.
Spawn's taking a bit of damage. There's a push into Nana from both teams. Hazza cops a lot of bullets, so does Addict. He's lucky to be alive. Twisted Minds once again, strike first.
Arch smoke coming through. And we are going to see Black Eagle rotate back towards Graveyard. And Twisted Minds sending 4 members here as well. So we'll see if they make their way back into bracket to retake that form of map control. It is currently just spawns at Banana, and it looks like that's where Vertex are about to head. Kingfisher taking contact in Carps.
That's a sharp shot.
Which means Apps is fully out of the question. And Spawns will be flashed off, as we can see KD starting to come and reinforce the B side.
Yeah, this should be pretty straightforward for Twisted Minds. Spawns easy as you like, and KD peeks off the contact. PZ down. Not much to say there for Vertex. That round just fell apart.
Yeah.
Now they have no money again. They're going to have to buy, Mac. You can't play for OT when you've got to win 9 in a row.
Twisted Minds just insane read on everything Vertex is throwing at him. Always on the right lines. Doc, a slower start to the second half, but everyone else really lifting right now. KD keeping him hyped up with that screaming you can continuously see in the player cams. And Vertex running out of options, running out of time, and running out of lives. Molly's going to be going both ways. Banana control, no one's just yet, and Vertex, they are pushing it straight through these mollies. No real place to stand now, but we are going to see Addict find some kind of safe position. Flash forward for the CTs, but it is going to work out in Hazard's favor, finding 3 with the Tech 9, and maybe a round off the back of it.
Yeah, it's not over yet, ladies and gentlemen. Vertex aren't prepared to lie down and die just yet. Bomb plant secured for Kingfisher. This should be a save for Twisted Minds. There's no real need to go for this.
Player which don't have a single.
Maybe Brace can grab himself another gun on the way out here, but Black Eagle, I think, has heard him exiting mid. So gets the timing right to cross, and everyone's going to be safe at the end of the day.
I want to try
There's a Galil for him. Everyone's able to pick a gun up there on Vertex's behalf.
As well. Shroud is not Canada. Less than
still a while now before Vertex can convince me in particular that they deserve this one.
And that's a dangerous sign considering you're an Aussie.
I am. But Twisted Minds, man, they are hitting shots. They are doing almost every single thing right now. They are looking like the better team. Vertex, Multilus may be the issue, but look, it is what it is.
Yep.
Vertex, their run has not been easy here so far at the age of RMR.
Again, I'll say it hasn't been an awful day from Kingfisher. I think he's held up his end of the bargain pretty well.
Good nade. Big damage. Vertex, they don't want to go straight through the smoke. Hazard, he's going to be found by Loba, but PZ answers with 2, finds that lineup.
Oh, what is this? What is going on?
No one can see anyone. Everyone's just shooting, straight shooting. There's the bomb on the ground at Banana. Twisted Minds. I would be very surprised if this is not a 15th for them.
What do you mean? Have you ever heard of Kingfisher before? He's a god.
Stop it.
He's a clutch master, clutch minister they've called him. God Kingfisher is his nickname in ANZ.
Suck it on that copium, Jordan.
No.
Put the bottle down.
I'm not. Kingfisher wins these. I've seen it before. He's got time to work with, Mac. That's all he needs. He's deadly, I'm telling you. Deadly. Deadly with an AK in hand.
He's got a smoke. Could maybe isolate something with KD, but something I've noticed from Twisted Minds, they're very good at finding these kills through the smokes. Crosshair's always on the right position. Flash forward has one more to play with. bit of refresh from Twisted Minds on that bottom banana smoke makes things even more difficult. And look, in 10 seconds or so, when that one fades, there's not a lot of time for the big fish to work with, and he's picked the wrong side to clear there. KD locks it down, 3 alive, money stable. This is Twisted Minds series to lose right now.
It is indeed. 15 on the board, 1 step away from knocking Vertex out of the Asian RMR. First team to go down would be Vertex. And Twisted Minds will progress forward to play Eruption later today. That is going to be a very tough ask.
Got a little bit of time between now and then. We might only have a little bit of time left in this map too, depending on what Vertex can do. Using a bit of util. Less this time to take banana. And Twisted Minds looking like you're going to see spawns sitting there with a flash nade just to dump across the top. Retake set as well. Has been thrown. But Hazard playing around a smoke of his own.
Decent enough setup though for Twisted Minds. You got 2 members ready to go. Lots of util still in the back pocket. Smoke down. Decently timed. Keeps Vertex at bay. Nana has been a real trouble point for Vertex on this T side. They've taken so much damage trying to get control of this area in the map, and often haven't been able to get control of it. So at the very least in this case, they haven't lost a member, and they've got control of top Nana.
Well, they've got Hazard to be the point man on low health, just swapping those guns across as well. And trying to put all the util in the right position. Arch Smoke comes out on one side of the map to draw attention, but in comes this XC. Spawns now going to be locked in at Oranges all on his own, and he might just need no help.
Doesn't look like it at the moment, does it? Loba spamming through with the USP, but it's down to Kingfisher and PZ. And I think we can say goodbye to Vertex very shortly. Almost all at the hands of Spawns, but end of the day, that is that. Twisted Minds will win the series against Vertex, survive in the lower bracket, and knock Vertex out of the Asia RMR.
Very happy about it as well. They're ecstatic in the player cams. Everyone. Oh, yeah, all right. Okay, all right. Ecstatic's one word. There could be many others used, but there is, yeah, a lot of excitement going down in the Twisted Minds camp. And on the other side, yeah, Vertex not going to be very happy with how that one's turned out. Brace still smiling, but yeah, you can feel the sense of loss there. At least they came over to Mongolia, had a good crack, good sportsmanship as well. Smiles all round between them. KD, look, it's like infectious energy, right? He's smiling, he's happy, and he's made Vertex happy as well.
You can't help but feel happy for Twisted Minds, I think, even if you're on the receiving end of that one. So I know Vertex would have come into this one with a reasonable level of expectation. They would have been pretty, you know, pretty happy to be here to begin with.
Yeah.
I think if Malta was there, that would be a loss that would hurt a little more. If they would have lost this series with Malta, they would have felt they could have done a little bit better. But, you know, given the circumstances, I'll give them the credit. They did manage to take a pretty good map there, put up a decent fight. But overall, yeah, not the result that Vertex was looking for, surely. But Twisted Minds, on the other hand, I mean, they came in with 0 expectations. They came in with nothing to lose. They are the wildcard team at this event, and they've already picked off 1 scalp. So
कल है आज क्या है ये है आज 3:30 पे अरे 5:30 पे ना 7:30 submit this is next Talon Victus Eruption what is Eruption best maps Mongolia they don't play Vertigo, Nuke, Mirage will be banned, Inferno, they play Anubis will be play, but Twisted Mind should not play Anubis should be a decider. Twisted Mind should pick Vertigo. They permaban Vertigo, na? They will permaban Vertigo, I think. This Eruption. Then they will pick Mirage. Or they will ban Mirage or Vertigo. तो इन दोनों में से एक चुनना चाहिए उनको. पिक. नेक्स्ट बैन क्या होएगा? इरप्शन का. इरप्शन नेक्स्ट बैन में भी. न्यूक. न्यूक देखा नहीं मैंने खेलते हुए उनको. ट्विस्टेड माइंड्स को. नेक्स्ट बैन में भी इन्फर्नो कर सकते हैं. इन्फर्नो पर इन्फर्नो खेलती है. क्या खेलती है ये? अनुबिस पे 10 खेला है. अनुबिस खेलती है ये. ये क्या करेगी भाई? अनुबिस तो भी खेलती है. अनुबिस डिसाइडर होगा. Overpass, Ancient. She still in these maps, you know. Mirror Inferno, New Vertigo. So they should definitely ban Ancient. Twisted Minds को Ancient ban करना चाहिए. Ancient या Overpass. Overpass या Ancient में से कुछ ban करना चाहिए. Anubis इन तीनों में से एक ban करना चाहिए उनको. तो पिक भी इन तीनों में से करेगी. Eruption. क्या पिक करती है वैसे? लेटेस्ट मैच देखते हैं ना. किधर गई? लास्ट मैच इसी रहा ना. ग्रेहाउंड. क्या पिक करती, क्या बैन करती? इन्होंने वर्टिगो बैन किया और अब वर्टिगो और न्यूक किया. मिराज किया. मिराज. वर्टिगो, इन्फर्नो, मिराज. इधर क्या बैन है? वर्टिगो, इन्फर्नो. वर्टिगो एंड इन्फर्नो बैन है. कोई नहीं. चलो बाय बाय. लो बाइक स्टिक.